Next news is out of Brazil. Bishop says that girls should skip college. They're not smarter than their husbands. Edir Macedo became a Brazilian millionaire when he invented a church in 1977, the Universal Church of the Kingdom of God. And he received so much tithing from that church that he actually became a billionaire in Brazil. He told his daughters, and mind you, this family has come from so many different scandals that include child trafficking, money laundering, theft. I mean, just terrible things. This billionaire. So he tells his daughters that they shouldn't go to college because they'll be smarter than their husbands, and men won't like that. He said in his speech.
Wait, so he's a billionaire himself, and he's like a huge bishop in Brazil, right? And he's openly saying, "I want my daughters to be stupid, so men like my daughter." Is that what he's saying? Wow. Yes. Does he hear himself? Like,
I don't think he cares. I mean, and this is what happens when people become rich and powerful, right? It doesn't matter what they say.
Wait, no, actually, most people that become rich and powerful, they would say, like, I want the best for my kids. I want my kids to go to the best colleges, the best universities. I want them to be smart. I want them to dominate the entire planet. I want them to have everything. Most people that get rich, they don't say, like, yeah, I want my daughters to be dumb and stupid so that men like my daughter. Most rich people don't say stuff like this. I mean,
unless he's got a motive for it, right? So if he wants his daughters to be dumb and stupid, so men like them, maybe he wants all women to be dumb and stupid, so they'll be stupid enough to like him. I don't know. He's got a motive for saying it, right?
Right.
One way or another, he's got a motive for saying it. It doesn't matter how crazy it is what he's saying. He feels he has every right to say it, and everyone should listen to him because he's rich and powerful.
Yeah, of course he has a right to say it. I mean, I don't disagree with that.
No, you know what I mean? I don't mean right. And obviously he has a right to say anything he wants, but he's in the right to say it. How about that?
Right. Yeah, okay, but is it, like, where does this idea come from? I hear this all the time, like, men don't like women that are smarter or more whatever, than more this than them, more that than them. They make more money than them. Is that even true? Or is that...
There was a study that was done a couple years ago that said men don't like smart women or women who are powerful. They prefer somebody with a lower IQ than them.
Is that so? That study confirms that?
That one study did. I mean, technically, you can find a study to conclude anything you want, but it did seem to be a legit as far as scientific study goes.
Interesting. This is why the Taliban. This man has a lot in common with the Taliban, other than the killing part, because the Taliban also doesn't want. I mean, it is true that if women are educated and smarter, they will probably fight for their rights more, right? And this is why Taliban completely understands why women shouldn't be educated. If you want to make sure that you could treat them like, products that you buy and sell and you trade, you can't do that if they're educated, right? Because all of a sudden they're independent. Women if you want to control women, they need to require men to support them, right? That's if they're educated, then they don't require men to support them, and they become very difficult to manage, right? But again, if one thing that I'm hoping that happens is that in the near future is that knowledge and education becomes democratized, so that anybody with an access to internet could just educate themselves, like so that you don't need colleges and universities and stuff like that, unless it's like medical stuff or engineering related stuff. Like, I think in the future, like, if you just have access to internet, you could just be able to, like, just go teach yourself like video editing skills or copywriting skills, and you could just sell your services online and just make money that way, and then that way nobody could control your access to information. So I'm hoping that happens. I mean, we're already there. I just hope that becomes more popular at some point, and that would reduce the cost of education by so much. Connie saying, I say keep building intelligence and skip the husband. Well, why not both? You can have a husband and be intelligent. Shirley is a little bit, the comment is a bit long. All right, Shubham, did you have any comment on this?
No, this is just a dumb guy saying stuff. I've seen many people saying this stuff here in India. Like many people say girls shouldn't study much. They shouldn't study after high school, many things like that. So it's pretty common for me to hear this stuff.
Okay, and is this guy a big deal in Brazil? He seems to be like a big, powerful bishop, right? That's why this
Yeah.
good news. Okay.
Atheists are under attack in many places. If they were Christians, their voices would be heard. If they were Jews, their voices would be heard. If they were Muslims, their voices would be heard. But they are atheists, and not many seem to be listening. Let's make it difficult for them to ignore us. We have built a global community, and now we are tearing down geographic, cultural, and language barriers so we can find each other and support each other. In the last decade, we have built the largest atheist community in the world. Now we're doing the same in other languages. With your help, we have started Atheist Republic in Persian and Arabic.
انضميت مؤخرا لأسرة Atheist Republic وحيصير عندي بودكاست باللغة العربية.
As we grow, we can dedicate more time, staff, and resources to start doing the same in Spanish, Portuguese, Malay, Bengali, Urdu, Hindi, and other languages. We are providing community, support, informative content, and amplifying the voices of those who need protection, especially in countries where people feel isolated simply for their lack of belief. We want to be there for them, and we are only getting started. Help us get there. Check in the description for ways you can support our projects.